Before I comment on the document that we plan to adopt momentarily, document that serves as this committee's North Star for what we plan to achieve this year, I want to take a moment to congratulate 6 of our colleagues who have been chosen to serve as vice chairs for each of our subcommittees. They hail from 6 different states: Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Arizona, Washington, and Georgia. They represent rural, urban, suburban communities, all play a vital role as we craft a bold infrastructure package that will create jobs, builds back better, and serves the needs of our nation. Connor Lamb will serve as the vice chair of the subcommittee on aviation. Jake Auchincloss will serve as the vice chair of the subcommittee on Coast Guard and Maritime Transportation. Chris Pappas will serve as the vice chair of the subcommittee on Economic Development, Public Buildings, Emergency Management. Greg Stanton from Arizona will serve as the vice chair of the subcommittee on Highways and Transit. Marilyn Strickland will serve as vice chair of the subcommittee on Railroads, Pipelines, Hazardous Materials, and Carolyn Bordeaux will serve as the vice chair of the subcommittee on Water Resources and Environment. Each of these subcommittees is focused on improving public safety, quality of life, fighting for policies to strengthen our communities, our country, and making headway on some of our nation's biggest challenges, including the threat of climate change. That's why we need to act on a transformational infrastructure bill, because investing in infrastructure can address all that and more. The reality is that we're going to be successful in moving our infrastructure out of the Eisenhower era. We can't do it with yesterday's thinking. We need fresh perspectives, new ideas, and I'm confident the new vice chairs will bring just that to each and every area of jurisdiction of this committee. When we ultimately succeed in passing an ambitious 21st century infrastructure plan, we'll create millions of jobs that will once again spur American innovation and ingenuity, make us more competitive in the global economy, address climate crisis, and better serve Americans who are tired of congested highways, potholes, bridges that collapse, water mains that burst, sewers that back up into their basement, and potholes that cost them hundreds of dollars per year and send them to the auto repair shop. I believe that our nation and this Congress has in particular an incredible opportunity with President Biden, who has made infrastructure a priority. I met with him several times on the issue. We haven't had a infrastructure week yet. We're just going to do it. No more press events and fake infrastructure weeks. And I know that Secretary Buttigieg has been in touch with many of the members of the committee and invited you to exchange ideas with him. And we know that this team is committed to finally getting this done. It's been a long time coming. They're going to need our help, and I look forward to working closely with all our chairs, our talented vice chairs, our ranking members on each of these committees. And I know that everybody wants to move America's infrastructure and transportation systems into the 21st century and beyond. So welcome again to our new subcommittee vice chairs. And now to the business matter at hand. Today, considering the fiscal year 2022 budget views, estimates, and Committee on Transportation Infrastructure as required by the Congressional Budget Act 1974 and House rules. I want to thank the ranking member, all our colleagues in the minority for partnering on this document. This document, we've laid out the committee objectives, which include, among other things, making smart investments, ensuring modern, safe, and resilient infrastructure, making our transportation water systems affordable and equitable, working with our state and local partners, setting a path towards zero pollution from transportation, which is currently the #1 contributor to carbon emissions in the U.S., and working toward innovative solutions. I encourage anyone closely tracking the work of this committee, or anyone who's just learning about this committee, to read the full document. Clearly, we have a lot of areas of mutual interest, plenty of common ground. Let's get to work. On behalf of the American people, have made it overwhelmingly clear they want this Congress and this committee to deliver on investments to improve the lives in every community in this country. And I recognize the ranking member for, well, he maybe wants, okay, the scripts are not very good today. Okay, do any other, unless Sam wants to speak again, do any other members wish to be recognized? Hearing none. Are there any amendments to the fiscal year 2022 budget views and estimates? Hearing none. The question is now on adoption of fiscal year 2022 budget views and estimates of the Committee on Transportation Infrastructure. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. The ayes have it, and our views and estimates are adopted. Pursuant to House Rule 10, Clause 4F, the views and estimates of the Committee on Transportation Infrastructure will be submitted to the Committee on the Budget. Without objection, staff is authorized to make technical, clarifying, conforming changes to the fiscal year 2022 views and estimates pursuant to House Rule 11, 2L. Members have at least 2 calendar days in which to file a supplemental, minority, additional dissenting views on text approved day pursuant to Rule 6 of the Committee on Transportation Infrastructure. Chair notes the presence of a quorum between the virtual and the actual. And for all actions taken on all committee business today. With that, the Committee on Transportation Infrastructure has completed its important business for the day, and the committee is adjourned.